LA-born Chinese actress, Michelle Yeoh has been working in the film industry since the early 80s. Her rise to fame happened in the early 90s with her reputation of being a multi-talented actress and stuntwoman that garnered her lots of success in Hong Kong action films. Since then, her rise to worldwide fame became imminent, and by the early 2000s, she situated herself as a marketable and very successful Asian actress in Hollywood. It took over almost 40 years for Michelle Yeoh to become revered as the best actress in the world when she won the Best Actress Oscar in 2023 for a role that totally changed her life in the sense of her being seen as an A-lister top-billing actress. When Jessica Chastain and Halle Berry, both previous Best Actress Oscar winners, announced the nominees of the Best Actress Oscar Award on stage on the night of the 2023 Academy Awards, there was an obvious cheer from the crowd when the name Michelle Yeoh was uttered, more resounding than when the other nominees were announced: Andrea Riseborough, Ana de Armas, Michelle Williams, and Kate Blanchett. It took 21 years since Halle Berry's legendary Best Actress Oscar win in 2002 for her role in Monsters Ball for another woman of color to receive the prestigious accolade. The crowd roared and cheered for Michelle Yeoh when her name was uttered as the winner, the second woman of color and first Asian woman to win the Best Actress Oscar. When it came to Yeoh accepting her prize, a pinnacle of acting success, she wore a white Dior haute couture gown to accept the Best Actress in a Leading Role Oscar in the May 2023 ceremony. She looked ethereal and graceful in the timeless dress, and with her hair swept to the side with silver accessories to complement her look, she looked glamorous with the feathery fringe embellishments, but in a classy way, which is the best way to represent yourself at such a prestigious event. Everything Everywhere All at Once is the movie that Michelle appeared as the lead in and won the Oscar for. It is a blend of genres you could think of, but typically considered an absurdist, action, fantasy, comedy, family drama, co-starring more iconic actors like Ke Huy Quan, Stephanie Hsu, Jamie Lee Curtis, and James Hong. Directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, two fellow Emerson College graduates, with a budget of less than $25 million, the film became a box office hit, garnering $141.2 million and a plethora of media attention. Along with Yeoh's Oscar win, the movie received a further 6 Oscars: Best Picture, Best Supporting Actor for Kwan, Best Supporting Actress for Curtis, Best Director and Best Original Screenplay for Kwan and Scheinert, and Best Film Editing. Everything Everywhere All at Once is currently estimated to be the most awarded film of all time. In Everything Everywhere All at Once, we follow the rocky relationship of Evelyn Kwan Wang, played by Yeoh, with her husband Waymond Wang, played by Kwan, and daughter Joy Wang, played by Hsu. The Chinese-American immigrant family is faced with problems with the IRS for not following tax rules, and as a result are taken on an audit case by IRS Inspector Deirdre Beaudeirdre, played by Curtis. The movie takes us on an instant visual journey when Evelyn is faced with the challenge to save parallel universes she exists in from being destroyed by an evil being who turns out to be the evil version of her daughter in another universe. Evelyn switches from one universe to another in the multiverse and fights opposing forces, and along the way follows a journey of self-discovery and creating strong bonds with her husband, daughter, and with life itself. It is a story of coming to terms with her past as an immigrant in America, finding comfort in not being a perfect family, but sharing unconditional love for each other, and also ironically understanding that life has no meaning. It is what you make of it. Despite this legendary success of Michelle, she has a rich history before this that cannot be left unnoticed. Having come from a well-off Chinese-Malaysian family, Michelle sought to build a career of her own from an early age. Her love and involvement in dance, particularly ballet, pushed her to enroll in London's Royal Academy of Dance. Just like fellow Oscar winner Halle Berry, Michelle was a pageant queen too, representing Malaysia in 1983's Miss World and even winning the title of Miss Mumbai International in 1984. Soon after, Yeoh pursued her love for martial arts and acting by being an action star in Hong Kong action movies. She starred alongside Jackie Chan in films like Police Story and My Lucky Stars in 1985. Yeoh's big break in Hollywood was her big action debut in 1997's Tomorrow Never Dies, playing a female James Bond, opposite Pierce Brosnan. Further major work followed, making Yeoh a Hollywood staple in predominantly Asian-focused storylines, like 2000's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and 2005's Memoirs of a Geisha, and 2007's sci-fi movie Sunshine, opposite a star-studded cast that made Michelle a signature actress in Hollywood movies. Her more recent major projects are Crazy Rich Asians, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and the upcoming Avatar movies. Despite the media previously minimizing her importance on the film scene as an Asian actress, over time, Michelle Yeoh has proven she is above the judgmental voices and has become a fabulous actress full of energy and class who proves that women can have it all regardless of their race and age. She truly can be and do everything everywhere all at once, unapologetically. And with the ever-changing landscape of filmmaking, we can look forward to more women of color not only leading major motion pictures, but also winning Oscars, particularly in the leading actress category. It is a pleasure to see diverse ethnic and racial representation of people from all backgrounds on film.
When I read the script, I thought, this is something, oh dear. No, this is something I've been waiting for a long time. That's going to give me the opportunity to show my fans, my family, my audience, what I'm capable of. To be funny, to be real, to be sad. Finally, somebody understood that I can do all these things.